Horton Hatches The Egg by Dr. Seuss. Sighed Maisie or lazy bird hatching on egg. I'm tired and I'm boarding and I'm keeping my leg from sitting just sitting here day after day. It's work. How I hate it. I'd much rather play. I'd take on vacation, fly off for a rest. If I could find someone to stay on my nest. If I could find someone, I'd fly away free. Then Horton the elephant passed by her tree. Hello, for the lady bird smiling her best. You've nothing to do and I do need a rest. Would you like to sit on an egg in my nest? The elephant laughed. Why of all selling things? I haven't feather and I haven't wings. Me on your egg. Why that doesn't make sense. Your egg is so small. My mama and I'm so immense. Hot dog. Answer made. I know you are not small. You're gentle. Can't be a good. I know you're mine. I can, said the elephant, please. Let the bird. I own big and long, sir. I give you my word. I hurry right back. Why I why I'll never be missed. Very well, said the elephant. Since you insist, you want a vacation, go fly on, and I'll sit on your egg and I try not to break it. I'll stay and be faithful. I mean what I say. To the roof are made and the best thing to do. Mama, make it much stronger. That hasn't that has to be done. Now I get on it. I must wait on. Then carefully and 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 he said, and he said, and he said, and he said, and he said all that day, and he kept the egg warm, and he said all that night. Through a
Its power and its lightning, its thunder, its lumber. This is what the bond of per elephant to crumble. I wish it's come back 'cause I'm cold and I'm wet. I hope that the mage bird does. I hope that the mage bird doesn't forget what Meiji by this time was far beyond the ledge, enjoying the sunshine way up in Palm Beach, and having such a wonderful rest, decided she never go back to her nest. So Horton kept sitting there day after day, and soon it was autumn, the leaves blew away. And then came the winter, the snow and the sleet, and Isaac hung from his trunk, and Isaac hung from his trunk and his feet. But Horton kept sitting and say with a sneeze, I stay on this egg and I won't let it breathe. I meant what I say and I say what I meant. On elephant's baseball 100%. So Pearl Horton sat there all winter. So Pearl Horton sat there whole winter through. And then came the springtime with trouble on you. His friends gathered around and they shouted with glee. Look, Horton the elephant's up in a tree. They taunt, they tease him, they yell how absurd. But Horton the elephant thinks he's a bird. They laugh and they laugh, then they all run away. And Horton was lonely, he wanted to play. But he stand on the egg and continued to say, but I meant what I say, and I say I what meant. And elephant's paper 100%. No matter what happens, this egg must be tend. But poor Horton's troubles was far from end. For a while, Horton sat there so faithful, so kind. 3 hunters come sneaking up softly behind. He heard the man's footsteps. He turned with a start. 3 rifle was aiming right straight at his. Yes, he ran. He did not hurt to stay on the nest. He held his head high and he threw out his chest. And he looked at the hunter as much as to say, "Shut if you must, but I won't run away. I meant what I say, and I say what I meant. A elephant's faithful 100%.
Nice. Two more.
Oh. But the men didn't shoot much to Horton's surprise. They dropped their 3 guns and they stared with wide eyes. Look, they all shouted, can such a thing be? An elephant sitting on top of a tree. It's strange, it's amazing, it's wonderful new. Don't shoot him, we'll catch him, that's just what we'll do. Let's take him alive while he's terribly funny. We will sell him back home to a circus for money. And the first thing he knew, they had built a big wagon with ropes on the front for the pullers to drag on. They dug up his tree and they put it inside, with Horton so sad that it practically cried. We are off, the man shouted, and off they all went, with Horton unhappy 100%. Up out of the jungle, up into the sky, up over the mountains 10,000 feet high, then down the mountains and down to the sea, when the cart with the elephant, egg, nest, and tree. Then out of the wagon and onto a ship, out over the ocean, and oh, what a trip! Rolling and tossing and splashed with the spray, and Horton said day after day after day. I meant what I said, and I said what I meant, but oh, am I seasick 100%. After bobbing around for 2 weeks like a cork, they landed at last in the town of New York. On the shore, the man shouted, and down it all lurched, with Horton the elephant still on his perch, tied onto a board that could just scarcely hold him. Bump, Horton landed, and then the man saw him. Sold to a circus, then week after week, they showed him to people at 10 cents a peek. They took him to Boston, to Kalamazoo, Chicago, Weehawken, and Washington too. To Dayton, Ohio, St. Paul, Minnesota, to Wichita, Kansas, to Drake, North Dakota. And everywhere thousands of folks flocked to see and laugh at the elephant up in a tree. Poor Horton grew sadder the farther he went, but he said as he sat in the hot, noisy tent.
Last one for this story. Come on up.
I mean what I said, and I said what I meant. On elephant's faithful 100%. Then one day the circus show happened to reach a town way down south, not so far from Palm Beach, and dawdling a long way up high in the sky. Who of all people should chance to fly by but that old good-for-nothing bird, runaway Maisie, still on vacation and still just as lazy. And spying the flags and the tents just below, she sang out, "What fun, why I'll go to the show." And she swooped from the clouds through an open tent door. "Good gracious," gasped Maisie, "I've seen you before." For Horton looked up with his face white as chalk. He started to speak, but before he could talk, there rang out the noisy ear-splitting squeaks from the egg that he sat on for 51 weeks. A thumping, a bumping, a wild, alive scratching. "My egg," shouted Horton. "My egg, why is hatching?" "But it's mine," screamed the bird when she heard the egg crack. The work was all done. Now she wanted it back. "It's my egg," she sputtered. "You stole it from me. Get off my nest and get out of my tree." Poor Horton backed down with a sad, heavy heart. But at that very instant, the egg burst apart, and out of the pieces of red and white shell from the egg that he sat on so long and so well, Horton the elephant saw something with.
It had ears and a tail and a trunk just like his. And the people came shouting, "What's all this about?" They looked and they stared with their eyes popping out. Then they cheered and they cheered and they cheered more and more. They'd never seen anything like it before. My goodness, my gracious, they shouted, my word. It's something brand new. It's an elephant bird. And it should be like that. Because Horton was faithful, he said and he said. He meant what he said and he said what he meant. And they sent him home happy 100%.